Hello! It's Wednesday! And my allergies are going crazy, so I'm sorry that my eyes kind of look fluffy. Fluffy eyes. But we're talking about how Harry Potter impacted our life. Yay! Um, I agree with Natalie on this one that it's basically it gave me a reason to just be goofy, and I made a lot of friends through it, so I'm very thankful for it. But yeah, uh, I feel like a lot of stuff, especially in high school, revolved around Harry Potter. Because when I was younger, like I've never been much of a reader, but Harry Potter got me to read, and really, it's one of the only things I really read. Like, I mean, I read a lot of books as a kid, but I still, since I'm sorry, guys. I love stories and stuff, but I am the slowest reader on the face of the earth. So it's just kind of frustrating whenever I have to read something, and school kind of ruined it. But I mean, like, I'm gonna try and get back into it, but with all the work and stuff and school and blah, and my slowest reading ever, I can't read fast at all. Um, then yeah. But I remember by the time I remember being in seventh grade and reading the sixth book and kind of being like, what? When when Snape killed Dumbledore. But I really don't have a lot of early memories of Harry Potter in the books. In the movies, though, I have a lot of memories for because I didn't know Harry Potter existed until I went to a slumber party at my friend's house, and she was like, "We're gonna watch this movie. It's kind of scary, guys." And it was The Sorcerer's Stone, and yes, so now that's always it's my first memory of Harry Potter. And when Voldemort was drinking the blood from the unicorn, I remember every girl was like, all of my friends were like crying, legitly crying, because we were really little at this point. And they were like so scared by Voldemort, and I was just kind of sitting there like, this is cool! Oh, it's not that creepy, guys. It's so cool. And then, however, Voldemort's face on the back of Quirrell did kind of scar me for a little bit. I was like, ugh, it's not okay. But I got over it. And then I went and saw the second movie with my dad in theaters because he doesn't go to theaters a lot, so it's a big deal when he goes to movie theaters, especially like with just one of his kids. Because I was like, oh, we need to see the new Harry Potter movie. Ah. And then I saw the third one with my friend Katie, and we were really confused because neither of us. I still hadn't started reading the book. I think after this, I started reading the books because I was getting to the point where I was like, I'm not following. I need to read. I need to remind myself what happened. Blah. Plus, these books are apparently really good. And then, so I started reading at that point. I know it took me a while to finally get the books out, but they were so big looking. I'm the slowest reader, so big books are intimidating. Um, but yeah, and then the fourth one I saw in IMAX. Fifth one I didn't see in theaters, and I remember kind of half watching it when we rented it. The fifth one didn't really wasn't really interesting to me. It's still not one of my favorites, but I'll watch it now. I'll actually like pay attention, and I like the story. It's just not my favorite. And then the sixth one was when I basically like re fell in love with Harry Potter. Like I fell in love with it when I was little with all the movies and started reading the books and stuff. And then seventh grade was when I finished the book, the sixth book, The Half Blood Prince, and then I kind of somehow managed to forget the whole story by the time the actual movie came out. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like I kind of fell off a little while for like a year or two, and then all of a sudden I jumped back on. Because my friends were so into Harry Potter, and I was like, I like Harry Potter. And then Natalie had that Harry Potter party, and I remembered like how fun it was because I got sorted into Slytherin, and I was like, this is interesting. And that was the beginning of it. It was the beginning of this all. But yeah, so I got sorted into Slytherin at Natalie's birthday party, and then we played Harry Potter Seen It. And I was having the time of my life at that birthday party, and I was like, "Oh, Harry Potter's cool. I remember Harry. I somehow I was disappointed in myself for like falling off of it for a little while, and then like I never really didn't. I never really completely fell off of it, but I was dangling. I was like, oh, I still love Harry Potter, but I'm being a stupid butt, not really paying attention to it, not reading the seventh book until like way after it comes out. Um, and then, yeah, so I was one of the last people to read the seventh book, and I flipped out in many parts. Cause I'm kind of happy I waited, because I was in a weird stage. I was in a weird stage in the Harry Potter life cycle of my life, where I was like, it like peaks and then it goes a little down and then it peaks again and then so far it's still peaking. Um, but I was in the divot part at that point, and I was like, oh yeah, because I was not like, I mean, 8th grade definitely was when I was like, I didn't like 8th grade at all, and then freshman year was just awkward. So, and then sophomore or junior year was when I read the last book, and I'm really happy I waited till then because I fully enjoyed it at that point in time. And um, like I remember having like a little mini freak out when I started reading it, and I recognized the names for some reason. I was like, oh, I remember this feeling. I love these books, and then it all came back to me, and I'm still sad that I had that divot point in my life, but I was having personal problems, I guess. 8th grade and freshman 8th grade year was just bad, and freshman year was just awkward. So every other year after that, and every other year before that, I was a Harry Potter nerd. But those 2 years was like, but yeah, Harry Potter. Um, I can't find the pictures right now because everyone in my family is asleep. But I will show you in some other video that there are these pictures in my house that just give me a fuzzy feeling because like I barely remember my early stages of Harry Potter loving, but like it's fun to see it. One picture I can't find for the life of me, and neither can my mom. It's when 6th grade we had a dress like your favorite book character day, and I was Hermione and Sean was Harry, and we were like literally the best Hermione and Harry in the world. Like, one of my classmates came up to me. He's like, "If anything ever happened to the real Hermione, you would make a really good replacement because I don't know, I just looked good. I looked good. I was a real Emma. It was fun." Um, like what me and my mom did to make the messy hair because it was like early in the series of movies, I guess. So she still had her poof hair, and so we braided my hair in like tons of braids, and I slept on it. And then the next morning we took them all out, and it was like, pfft, it was great. And yeah, so I still have the robe. So like I guess that's like I don't have pictures. I swear to God, I remember posing for a picture. But and then another one is my aunt, um, who's now gone, but I love her. She was like the best aunt. Well, no, I love all my aunts equally, but she was a really good aunt, and I miss her bunches. And she one time gave every single person in our like 50 plus family Harry Potter glasses, and she took pictures with all of us with the Harry Potter glasses on. I love it. There are pictures of me and Sean in Harry Potter glasses framed here somewhere. Um, but yeah, so I think almost every single big, big part of my life, like somehow has a little bit of Harry Potter sprinkled in there. My family, because of the Harry Potter glasses picture thing, I guess. I think that's what, and my dad going to the movie with me. Um, Friends, because a lot of my friends either helped me fall back in love with Harry Potter and like experience the joy that I had. Like I've never liked books as much as I like the Harry Potter ones. Like I like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I was big into them, but I never finished the series. I owned the last book and never ended up finishing it. That shows just how much I cared after a while about those ones. And like then there's like all the books I read as a kid that were like Beverly Cleary and stuff like that. I love those books. But oh, and Roald Dahl and other stuff. Uh, but yeah, I can't remember where I'm going. Oh, and then other parts of my life, oh yeah, one of the, one of the biggest things was Tom Felton. He was, still is the only guy that I've ever found attractive that I don't personally know. Still, I've never had like an actor crush until Tom Felton. So it's like, actor crushes. And that definitely spawned from me being Slytherin, by the way, because I remember exactly how it happened. Me and Becky were talking, and she was like, "Oh no, Gryffindors are better." And we were fighting over who was better, and then I was like, "Yeah, well, we've got Draco Malfoy, and he's pretty dang hot." And then she's like, "Whoa now." And she goes, "Well, he is. Tom Felton's pretty hot," and that's when I learned his name, Tom Felton. So I looked him up, and I was like, "Oh, he's even hotter in real life." And then Tom Felton stuff spawned from there. Yes, and then Harry Potter party was a big part of me and Hector's relationship because all of our childhood just died that day. It made me sad, but I loved it at the same time. I was like, I love it, but I'm sad because it's over, because it was the last movie. And it was. I'm happy I did get to dress up for the last movie because I've never been able to go to a midnight premiere before in my freaking life. So being able to go to the last Harry Potter premiere dressed up was fun. Even if I wasn't Nagini in a tube, but I was just a random Slytherin. Speaking of which, I named my snake Nagini. There's another thing. And then, like, basically, me being a Slytherin, there shouldn't even be quotes around that. Me considering myself to be a Slytherin has given me a lot of fun in my life because I realized, like, I don't know, I got interested in snakes somehow and realized that I really, really like snakes. I like them, they're cool. And then now I have a tattoo with snakes on it because I'm cool. And, so yeah, I think every single big part of my life, whether it be my relationship, my friends, or my family, all somehow have a little bit of Harry Potter sprinkled in there. At least a little bit. Because that was fun. It's been a good thing. And I'm sad that, like, it's technically over, but it's never going to actually be over because we're still talking about it, and it ended technically last year, and I'm still happy to talk about it like it's still going on, because it is still going on. So, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say, I think. Yeah. It taught me to be myself and not care what other people think, because I like being a geek and geeking out about things. And I kind of learned that from Harry Potter, because I never really geeked out about anything before, and now I'm geeking out about a lot of stuff. Harry Potter, Deadpool, and other superhero things, because I recently discovered I love superheroes and stuff. The Beatles. I was, like, I think Harry Potter was the first thing I ever admitted to, like, wanting to be obsessive over. Because the Beatles were always in the back of my mind as well. But, like, I don't know, I didn't want to seem like that person that's just stuck in the old school ages and I guess a hipster, but... And then I realized, no, they're cool. I like the Beatles, so do a lot of people my age. I don't care if anyone thinks I'm being weird. Because, you know what? Sometimes being different is cool. All the time being different is cool. I don't know what I said that for. But yes, I think that's it. Thank you guys for being my Harry Potter loving friends. And, if you think about it, this channel would not exist if it weren't for Harry Potter. because Man King and Wizard Rock. So, yay. Also, it introduced me to Wizard Rock. Um, so that was fun. I thoroughly enjoy Harry Potter still, and I'm happy that I got back into it and didn't really die out for very long. Like the flame was still lit. It was just dumb. Like it was trying not to get drowned by it's in like one of those little candle things, and then it melts, but the wax is still liquidy, and it's trying to drown the flame. That was my 8th grade class. Trying to drown my flame, but I wouldn't let them because I made some fabulous friends in high school and was able to geek out again. And yes. So thank you very much for listening. I enjoyed talking about this. It was fun.